I started my journey in IT and computer science. So I've actually done my bachelor's in computer science, and after directly started a career in IT in private sector. And I stayed there for about a total of 8 years. But I've always had that passion for reading and writing and wanting to do something to push the community more into reading and writing and to get them to get the talents out there. So at some point along the way, with all the 2009 inspirational movements and so on, I felt like this is the time that I had to do something about it. That if everyone is doing it right now, then this is when I have to do it and do something about what I really love. And it was tricky because how the hell would you do a project about reading and writing and sustain it along the way? So I tried to think of different ways, and a magazine was the best way around it. At first, even the idea was a print magazine, but then financially speaking, that would have required a lot of capital. So with my experience in computer science, with my experience in IT and project management, that was a perfect segue into starting something that's like a digital magazine. We started an online magazine. Every month we have a new issue going online. It's been 5 years so far, and it has been growing beautifully. So we started with a team of 2 members, and now we are a team of about 40 members. All of them are Emiratis, and we're trying to focus on the Emirati voice to bring it out to the world. Because what you notice is the publications, all the different newspapers and magazines in here, the ones specifically in English, do not have an Emirati writers with them, whether Emiratis or Arabs for that matter. So what you end up having is that the Emirati opinion is not read by the international reader, nor is it read by the non-Arabic speaker within UAE, who are actually the majority of the population. So the narrative of the Emiratis was really lost in the middle. SAIL really started to give that kind of narrative a voice to be heard across the world, whether from the non-Arabic speakers in the country, whether from the international curious reader. What we provide with it is opinion pieces that really expresses the community, the culture, the talents that we have in here. So we moved from having like literally a zero Emirati narrative in English to be read internationally, to not only having the narrative written, but having it as well read, not only from here, but worldwide. And we expanded beyond what we thought we could reach. So now we're really having writers between 15 years old to 38 years old. So you can imagine what kind of perspective it is on the content that's being written. We reached a point where majority of the university students in here, they read the magazine, which is a really huge milestone, because that is the segment we're trying to change in the society and get them back on the reading and writing wagon, may you say. We try to keep it as open as possible, but we avoid obviously the red flags, the censorship and so on, so politics majorly, religious majorly, that we avoid. Other than that, we try to keep it open because there's always an audience for whatever it is. So in the beginning I was against fashion, against beauty, but because I wasn't sure how it can be written in a way that actually still maintains intellectualness, you know? But then we found writers that really write about fashion so beautifully in an actual research and intellect way that I was like, wow, so this definitely needs to be out. And it doesn't only have female readers, it has female and male readers, and it has even from the fashion industry readers. So I realized that you don't have to restrict yourself to a certain field. Every field that you write in, there will always be audience for it, so expand as you can. Ironically, women are always ready to express, whether to write about their opinions, whether to write about things from society, whatever it is. They're actually more interested in writing than men. I struggle to find men to write as expressively as women. So yeah, breaking the stereotypes. I think it's that passion for reading and writing, and every time a new issue comes out, the writers, all of them are so excited. It's like, oh, by the way, my article is out. Oh, by the way, look at what comment I got. Oh, by the way, I don't know what. So that excitement that I see in them every single month, it always keeps me moving. So I know that now it's no longer something that I started. It's something beyond me right now. It's about them more than it's about me. So that's what keeps me going. And we also expanded to digital books. So every time a new book is being published through us, whether iBooks, Kindle, and so on, the excitement that I see in the authors, that when they eventually get their book published, it's beyond mind-blowingly beautiful, because most of them, they never thought their work will ever be published. And to know that I was a part of getting them out there, that on its own is just constantly moving me forward. You have to have that positive view, and you have to really believe in it, and you have to work hard on it. A lot of people bail out from the very beginning because, it was hard, we got few rejections, people are not willing to spend on us, people are not willing to invest on us. But you really have, if you believe in it, you just have to persist, because eventually it will work out. Like, I cannot count the number of times we got rejections for the magazine in terms of advertisements, in terms of getting sponsorship. And if I had from the very beginning said, "Khalas, that's it, let's close it down," we wouldn't be where we are right now. We got so many awards, we got so much recognition from around the world. So it was definitely worth every single sweat along the way. At some point, when you know everything is not working and so on, take that mental break of, even if it was 5-10 minutes, even if it was half an hour and watch some sitcom, even if it was that simple. And then come back and remember what made you start in the very beginning. That keeps you going. As far as I remember, I always used to hear that, women sabotage each other, women cannot succeed because they are the one who affect each other. And it may have been true in the corporate world, but in startups and small businesses, I have seen women supporting each other like nothing else. It was so amazing that I think that the major support that we got so far was from other women-started businesses. So it is changing. We are realizing that we need each other to grow. And I think it will take us far places now that we realize that we need each other, and now that we actually act on it, I think it will take us really big places, inshallah. I think it's really going to be way better than whatever it was before, and I think it takes all of us really recognizing that we have to keep pushing forward, that we have to realize what kind of barriers we are facing and understand they are not part of the culture. We have put it there, so we need to be aware about it to remove it so we can really progress. But if we keep on denying it and keep on saying, no, everything is perfect, I don't think we're going to be progressing. We have to acknowledge what are the problems in our society, what are the barriers for women, and start to cross them and actually go ahead, because that's when we really can be united as women. There's something once I heard Oprah Winfrey say, when I look at the future, it's so bright, it hurts my eyes, which is exactly how I see it, because we keep on really growing this future, and it will keep on growing out so beautifully, and it's so shining brightly that it literally hurts my eyes every time I look at it, because I know it's going to be something really beautiful. And it takes everyone around to do what they love, to work on what they love, to actually get to that future that's so bright and it burns our eyes. نحن قادرات. Together we definitely can do it.